Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? Alright, so, reaction video. Did King Bach invent racism? Now, if y'all don't know who King Bach is, y'all not old enough, bro. I'll tell you that right now. King Bach, if you remember Vine, way back in like 2015, 2016, 2014, maybe even, way before that, we all know who King Bach is, bro. I know who he is. I grew up on all that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Did he invent racism? Interesting question, because looking back on it, we look back on some of these vines that we probably gonna see in this video. This is questionable. I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but man, I miss Vine, man. Still do. But we gonna see what's up with this. Come on, let's react.
Growing up in the 2010s was definitely a treat, and there's so many iconic things that happened that honestly I wouldn't rather be a kid in any other era. With the amount of things we had, not all of them could stay and carry over to the modern day.
True.
One of those key things that was popular in the 2010s that we lost in time was Vine.
Yep.
Vine was launched in 2012. Damn,
bro, Vine was literally like, I'm not gonna say it was like my TikTok, but Vine was like, bro, I'm not even that old for it. I'm 18, bro. Just to let y'all know, I'm 18, bro. I'm 06, bro. Like, but I still remember, like, as a kid, maybe I probably was supposed to be watching some of this stuff, but like, Vine was my TikTok, bro. I was on it like crazy. I would even go on YouTube and watch the Vine compilate. Oh my God, I can't speak. I used to watch the Vine compilations, bro. That's how deep I was into Vine. Like, I know everybody. Like, most of y'all don't even know this person, but like Jerry Perp Drake, bro. Jerry Perp Drake, bro.
It's a dinosaur era.
It makes me want to rewatch a whole bunch of
memory,
Vines, bro.
it really popped off in like
shout out Jerry Perp Drake, bro.
On Vine, users would create 6-second videos. And this format honestly changed the comedy game. I mean, imagine having to get a joke off as soon as possible, to the point where it's instantly funny and worth being saved and shared over and over again on other platforms. You young bucks don't know nothing about that.
Facts.
Y'all don't know nothing about that Vine move.
Facts.
What y'all know about that? Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Y'all youngest don't know nothing about that. Good old days, man. The good old days.
Right,
if you wasn't really around for Vine because you young, imagine TikTok, but don't make the time limit anything over 6 seconds.
Facts.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. But yeah, Vine was indeed a revolutionary app. And to be real, at the peak of its popularity, it was better than apps like Facebook and Snapchat, in my opinion. Like, it was dead for real up there with the likes of Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube in its best years. Vine birthed a lot of popular creators that are still around to this day. Some of my favorites being Lennar. Ooh, boy, bro. Lennar was funny as hell.
Lennar was gas.
My bad. I'm glazing, but let me just roll a clip.
Oh, Zach, I remember this one.
Boy, you better pick that up.
What? Damn, these are memories.
You had Caleb City.
Caleb, bro.
Pizza here.
I gotta praise Caleb City, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Even after when Vine shut everything down, I was still watching him on everything else. That's how funny he was, bro. And like, I guarantee you, if you scroll on like TikTok or Instagram, there's still some type of meme of him resurfacing, bro. But I remember this damn Lucky Charms one, bro. I forgot what it was. Bro, I just remember, bro, he was like in his room chilling in Lucky Charms. And like out of nowhere, like one of the people just came in, broke in, kicked him. And then like he was funny. He was talking about my Lucky Charms, bro. I'm gonna put the clip up later, bro.
My ears burn. Kenny Knox.
I wish with all my heart to fly with dragons to the land of heart.
Fuck it up, Kenny.
Did it work?
Fuck it up, Kenny.
Join my Xbox party. Say no more. Where the hoes at? Why are you in my house?
Meech on Mars and Dope Island. And there's so many more to talk about, but we'll get to that later. There's a specific man I've been meaning to speak of, and that man was King Bach.
Yep, King Bach. I ain't gonna lie, one thing I remember about King Bach, bro, it was like he was either doing backflips or like it was always like a race joke or like watermelon with him. I don't know. I just remember, like, that's my key memory of him when I was a jit. That's what I remember.
If there's a face of Vine, it easily has to be King Bach. That's not necessarily saying he was the best Viner, but he is definitely the most recognizable face synonymous with the app. Now, I want y'all to answer me this. What's the difference between the creators I named earlier and King Batchy Batch over here? If you said humor, you're wrong. They all have funny vines, but King Batch decided to use his powers to introduce racism to an entirely new generation without us even knowing it.
Low
or
key.
Maybe just me, cause I
I ain't gonna lie, he's not wrong. Cause like I always knew about racism, like even when I was young, but like I learned new things about racism because of him, or like he was making new things up and I went along with it in my head as a kid. See, that's why I shouldn't be watching this as a kid, but it was so entertaining, bro. It was so entertaining.
I promise y'all from the deepest depths of my heart that I did not realize what most of these jokes meant until like 2017, like 1 to 3 years after most of his vines dropped.
What? You know like, that meant?
Okay, bro, get it out.
Oh, this nigga.
Get it all out.
Oh, he
yeah, man. I'm a dumbass nigga. Yeah, get it out. Funny,
nigga,
yeah.
Stupid.
I know.
Stupid.
Dang, man, I get it.
He's so stupid.
Stupid.
Oh, you stupid. Oh, you dumb, nigga, you dumb.
Okay, bro. Okay. Okay, dude, I get it. I get it. I get it.
You're stupid for not knowing the joke.
Dang, you keep calling me dumb like I was a kid, bro. Let me slide on that.
Yeah, we still dragging this.
All right, man. Jeez. Man, back to the topic.
Clear beans, dude.
What I mean by that, I didn't understand them. Is specifically the jokes that consisted of watermelon and chicken. Now, don't get me wrong. I knew about a lot of stereotypes as a kid. Hence why I didn't question the Jordans in the basketball game.
Oh, I definitely understood the Jordans one. That hurt my soul.
I knew most of the league was black. Plus, I'm black. And I like basketball. Most niggas I knew back in the day liked to hoop. It's definitely a racial stereotype, but at some point, Air Jordans in basketball just becomes a part of black culture. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. Everyone messed with these things. Allen Iverson had white kids in the stands wearing cornrows. Everyone wants to be a nigga. That's a video for another day. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that watermelon and chicken were racial stereotypes.
I really didn't know that at first.
A guy that was biggest known for these jokes, or really two guys, were Jerry Perp Drake and Marlon Webb.
Yes, they mentioned Jerry Perp Drake, bro. I'm so glad they mentioned it, bro. Jerry Perp Drake was like my top 3. Like I used to be heavy on Jerry Perp Drake. He put me on so much like music back then too with the Vines, like
jokes. Or really two guys were Jerry Perp Drake and Marlon Webb. And I'm not gonna lie, I might have to let Batch slide on the watermelon jokes. Because out of pure memory, the only Vines I can recall that make the watermelon nigga joke were made by these two guys. They had this
Marlon
joke
Webb
in a
was making it
chokehold,
like crazy.
and I'm not a liar. Y'all know I'm no fibber. I'm gonna be honest. Them Vines had me dying, dog. Like
they did. It was funny, bro.
Look at this, bro. Like I didn't even know what the joke really was.
I really didn't understand it either.
To see dudes out there playing with water.
I genuinely thought he just had a deep connection with the watermelon, bro. I swear I was a kid just laughing my ass off.
Like
now this went over my head bad. I ain't gonna lie, cause I really didn't know nothing about none of that.
I must have been a troubled child, deeply troubled. But yeah, I was unironically laughing at these as a kid. And to be real, I don't know when I learned that these were stereotypes. But when I did learn of said stereotypes, the first thing that hit me wasn't, oh my gosh, these are stereotypes. It was, oh my gosh, King Batch and these niggas taught me racism. That changed my world forever.
Yeah, I
the
need to
universe
rewatch
will never be the
Boondocks.
same again. All because I learned about some of my own people's racial stereotypes through King Batch and Jerry and Martin. But there can never be multiple scapegoats at once. You can't blame the whole team for a bad game. You gotta bully only one nigga about it and say everything is his fault. Ain't that right, Josh Hart? A YouTuber I know named Cameron. Shoot, y'all should know him too. I'm pretty sure y'all should.
Yeah, everybody know Cameron.
He made a video about this topic a while back, and a key thing he pointed out was that the humor in that era was just more raunchy than it is mostly now. Like, yes, King Batch was banking off of watermelon and chicken.
Like low key, like if Vine was like here right now doing the same thing, some of the stuff might have been canceled. But looking back on it, nobody really cared about stuff like that as we do now. It's kind of like we got softer low key, or like more sensitive to topics, I guess.
Air Jordans, but like a bunch of creators were also banging off of their own racist stereotypes. In his example, he called out Anwar, who used to make constant mom jokes and whatnot. I might
Nah,
be a
this was
bad
kind of
nigga, bro.
like,
I even knew what this stereotype meant, and I was still crying at his videos. Oh my goodness, I am one silly guy. There was
bro,
this
like, I
guy
ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. That his videos was funny, but like, I ain't gonna lie, those are, yeah.
I was friends with Jerry, and I forgot his name, but he was Asian. You can already
I
see where
remember
I'm
that
going
one.
with this.
Yeah.
He probably can't though. Ooh, that was racist as hell. That was racist as hell.
Yeah,
that's
that was
bad.
bad.
That's bad. I'm sorry, please don't cancel me. But the amount of math and Asian kung fu jokes made within his content was absurd. Funny, but absurd. Looking back at Vine,
Damn,
it's
Logan
just
Paul,
super
bro.
funny because people over the years has been just cooking King Bach. Like every year, there's a phase where Twitter just re-uncovers King Bach old racism vines, and people say he was unfunny and this and that.
Not all of them
But
hit
they'll
for me, but he
still
was
watch
funny.
all the other creators who were also being racist as hell. And even better yet, they'll watch and laugh at new modern day creators like this, like Trey Rags, for example.
But Trey Rags
who
is
makes
really
these, like,
funny about it.
very edgy jokes. And don't get me wrong,
You gotta have a certain
I love
humor
Trey
about
Rags.
it.
The dude is funny. He's funny as hell. But like, you can't pick and choose if the joke is funny in this situation, cause it's just the people poking fun at pretty much themselves. Plus, niggas who say King Bach was never funny are liars. I'll be
Nah,
real.
facts, 'cause
I
he
can
was
definitely
funny.
watch a few of his vines with a straight face nowadays. But he was the most popular creator on the app when it was still alive. So somebody, heck,
He
not
was
just
funny,
somebody,
though.
man, all of y'all are just lying. Don't get me wrong, he definitely set us back into some cotton picking times, cause some of these videos are indeed straight behavior. I don't know why you let these white chicks say nigga, bro. That's not okay. As a black man society, we gotta do better. Stop letting these snow bunnies talk crazy, nigga. We don't need any more of this. But yeah, dude, the point of this video was to do a soft retrospective on an iconic app, and for me to express the fact that I learned racial stereotypes unknowingly by such wacky behaviors I've seen on video. This era of humor did indeed shape how I go about creating my own content, so I thank you for that, I guess. But I wonder how many other kids in 2015 and 2016 were watching these videos and just laughing because of the cartoonish stupidity. Or did like every other 10-year-old just know what a jigaboo, niggeraboo, colored was? Black porch monkey, brown baboon.
Good video, good video. Good video. So looking back on now that we finished the video, bro, did King Bach invent racism? He didn't invent racism, obviously, but he definitely hyped it up, though. He definitely hyped it up. Good video, man. I miss Vine, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that was a little nostalgic for me. I miss Vine bad. I'm gonna have to rewatch some after this. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. Tapping all the socials. We're gonna keep going. We're not gonna stop. All right, brodies.